back to Roam Away From Home. I'm Taylor, and if you follow us on social media, you know that we spent the whole month of October building this awesome haunted house in my aunt's backyard. Today, we're mixing it up a little, and we're gonna actually show you how to make a super easy DIY Grim Reaper with stuff you probably have laying around your house, plus a little bit of extra PVC pipe from the hardware store. Let's get started.
You don't need a lot to get started, but what you'll need from the hardware is PVC pipe, 3 90-degree PVC joints, 2 45-degree PVC joints, 1 PVC T-joint, a PVC cross joint, so it's like a true cross with 4 ends, screws, and a power drill or PVC cement. For the base, you're going to need scrap wood, a flange, and a nipple. It's shown below. A nipple is just that metal pole that goes into the flange. And then for the outfit, what you're going to need is scrap black fabric. You can use any fabric. We actually used old sheets. You need a mask or a head, a scythe. We happen to have a real one, but you can just get a prop or make it, and chicken wire to actually form the shape of the body. Once you have that stuff, you're ready to get started. We started by measuring how tall we wanted our Grim Reaper. So we knew we wanted it about 6'2" to 6'4". Now, we don't have anyone that tall in our family. So I measured Mike's measurements, his limbs, his shoulder width, and I increased by about 1.5 inches. Then got cutting. Let's put this guy together. Let's see if he fits. Like a glove. So one arm is actually bent holding the scythe and the other arm is just straight down. For the arm that's straight down, we actually made that shoulder piece a little bit longer than the one that has a moving arm so that the arm hangs outside of the hips. Don't secure it yet, choose your head first.
That one's so scary.
Here we are trying to decide how to attach the scythe because this one was so heavy since it was real. We ended up actually just deciding to stake it into the ground and make it look like it's connected to the Grim Reaper.
Now we are reinforcing all the joints to make sure that when we dress him, that he doesn't wiggle in his hips or his arm. Mike is pre-drilling all the joints so that they can be super secure and easy to screw into the PVC. You could also use PVC cement, but the better thing about screws is that if you did mess up, you can change it later. PVC cement, one and done. So you want to make sure that you screw, and pre-drilling is key. Screws do not go through PVC, especially 2 layers. So now, let's go find his clothes.
We basically had our pick of any scrap fabric that we wanted, and we had a lot.
Creepy cloth, that's what it's called.
You can find creepy cloth, which is really nice for a Grim Reaper, at any Halloween store. Dollar store even has it for 99 cents. You can get it last minute too, even if it's right before Halloween. They usually always have creepy cloth. Get a couple of that, rip up some fabric. Really, you can use any scraps.
Next step to creating the body form is to actually use chicken wire to create more substance to the arm. So he's not just bone, but he's got some meat. But he is a Grim Reaper, so he is just bone, so we barely need any. It's just to make the fabric, instead of the fabric being 2-dimensional, it'll be 3-dimensional. Are you like sliding on like a sleeve? I've never seen that before. Here. Okay, let's leave it. but then we want some chicken wire here.
Yeah.
As you're working with chicken wire, use gloves. It makes the process so much easier and faster because it is very pokey. Chicken wire is easy to cut. You can use a pair of scissors. We prefer wire cutters because it makes it way easier. As you're trying to form this shape, you can actually hook together the chicken wire. So use a pokey side with a ring side. You'll know once you're doing it, and just hook it all together and then just start forming the shape.
Small waist, what is it? Small waist.
With a small waist, thin face, with a big behind. Wait.
Oh. Cute face, thin waist.
With a big behind.
Hey, that works well. Don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be perfect. The goal of the chicken wire is to get the fabric away from the PVC so he doesn't just look like a pipe.
All right, let's see.
When you dress in, safety pins are going to be your best friend. Keep the fabric loose and just pin away. Which head you choose will depend on how you attach it to the PVC. Don't forget to cut a hole in the fabric.
Here, let's show the guy. Show it with its lights on. Woo! Oh, he's creepy. Oh, you just slip them on? Smart. That's cool.
And now we add the creepy cloth that I was talking about earlier. It makes a huge difference in how the Grim Reaper looks overall. When adding the fabric to the arm, we did not make it like a dress so that we dress the Grim Reaper. We just draped fabric over the arm and pinned it to the existing fabric on the body. It made it super easy and it looked really good and realistic. Well, as realistic as a Grim Reaper can look anyway.
Let's see. Hold the scythe up. I want to see what it looks like with the scythe. That's epic. We'll spray paint that brown, that red spot.
If you're using new fabric, make sure to cut it up to make it look nice and worn. Don't forget to add a hood to your Grim Reaper. You can make this by just draping fabric over the head and pinning it. You can add extra touches now or after you figure out where exactly you're going to place your Grim Reaper.
Take this off at any time.
Let's just leave it on.
Shall we go place him?
Let's walk the property.
Where to put the Grim Reaper?
Little did we know, this part would take us the longest out of the whole build. We just could not find the right place to put him. And we spent a lot of time moving him back and forth.
Because otherwise these trees are an issue.
True. Let's try it out. We determined that the head really doesn't fit the theme of this Halloween house. However, you can use that head for your front yard because it has glowing lights and it's really cool. Instead, we're going to be using this cool head. Show them the head.
Ta-da.
And what we're going to do is screw 1-inch hole inside so that we can just put it on the guy's PVC neck. You can cut a hole, but instead we're using this. What is it called? I don't know.
I actually don't know.
I don't know what these are called. Hole makers. It's a 1-inch, so it's going to be perfect.
I think it'll be 1 3/8.
Oh, 1 3/8. So the head will go right on. Well, no, that's just shredding the whole thing, babe. All right. I do not recommend using that for foam heads.
Here, we can use
Okay.
this as a test.
It was hollow, so we're just gonna cut a little hole. What?
We can use this
Oh,
as
yeah.
a test.
Okay. So you just need a little bit. I think this head will be a lot better. Don't you?
Yeah.
It sucks because the other one had light up eyes, but this will be work. Okay. Time to replace our head.
Maybe we should cut his legs. Yeah, for sure.
Realistic, I think. Spooky. When we finally got him placed in the right spot, we did attach the scythe. So here's how we did it. We actually put a wooden stake in the ground and wired the scythe to that wooden stake to keep it secure. You want to make sure that the base is secure as well. You could just put the PVC pipes into stakes if you wanted to do that, but we used bricks. And here's the final result. We hope you guys like it. Let us know if you also build this awesome prop. We did it!
Yay.
That was quite the test, but we're happy with how it turned out, and you can do it with any scrap materials.
Absolutely.
How long do you think it took us?
Well, it should have only taken us like an hour. But
Yeah, I agree. It should have only taken an hour. But we didn't follow any instructions. We made it
Yeah.
all on our own.
We did it in 2 hours, including filming this video.
Yeah, which was also smart.
And deciding where to put the guy. when we
Yeah,
were
yeah. Okay, that took like 30 minutes. So, yay, we like him.
done. Yay.
Follow us on other social medias to see more of this awesome haunted house.